All right, good evening to our professional colleagues, student members and friends of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. And today again, we say welcome to another episode of ICAN-ngr, a great platform for learning, powered by our noble institute, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. And today, the 5th day in the month of June, of course, being the very first episode in this new month. What exactly are we looking at? We are considering another topic, SWAN, fostering women empowerment and professional growth. And I have here with me a distinguished professional, a former ICAN Council member, and of course the National Chairperson of the Society of Women Accountants of Nigeria, in person of Chief Mrs. Hilda Ozoh FCA. So together we are going to be looking at this topic, which is major, about fostering women empowerment and professional growth. So don't go away. You can join and be part of this program. ICAN-ngr either on the Facebook page of the Institute, the Instagram page of the Institute, the LinkedIn page. Of course, you can be part of this program. Let's quickly go and run some commercials. And like we have usually been telling you, this program needs your support. We cannot run ICAN-ngr without your support through some commercials, and it's affordable. Bring your wares, bring your services, bring your products. Of course, let's market you and take you a step ahead. Let's quickly go and run some commercials. We'll be right back with our guest on the show today. Don't go away.
ICAN-ngr District presents the 10th International Accountants Conference. This is a landmark anniversary edition and therefore promises to be special in every way. Theme: repositioning the accounting profession for data governance. Date: 15 to 20th July 2025. Time is 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. daily. Venue: Delta Hotels by Marriott, Toronto Airport and Conference Center, 655 Dixon Road, Toronto, Ontario, M9W1J3. Seasoned speakers and panel discussants are Wesley Ogude, CEO, Springwells Commercial Properties; Brian Tankersley, a certified public accountant in Tennessee, certified information technology professional, and chartered global management accountant; Claudette Hutchinson, CPTD, CTPD, ACCP, CAID, CAIB. An international strategist with expertise in developing programs in financial and technological innovation, digital regulation, and cross-border systems design. Last but not the least is Professor Hilda Ozoh, financial economist and Canadian CPA, over 30 years extensive industry and academic experiences. For further details, please contact Mr. Blessing Familusi FCA on +1204 791 6750 or email chairman@icancanada.net. Mr. Shakiru A. Balogun FCA +234 806 760 9136. Email sabalogun@ican.org.ng. Mr. Adams Imonihe +234 806 790 8190 or email iadams@ican.org.ng or simply visit our website www.icancanada.org. This conference is the 10th anniversary special edition. See you in Toronto.
is good to be back. And again, we would like to say congratulations to the 61st president of our Noble Institute. I'm so happy for him. I was at the swearing-in ceremony, and it was quite different. He had so much to do. Have you looked at his script? All that he has set out to do in this financial year. I just wish him best of luck, and we will support him in every way that we can. Welcome again, Tosi.
Thank you very much, Fumi. It's nice again to have you on the show today. And of course, I will say congratulations to the 61st president, Malam Haruna Mayaya, eminent PhD FCA, as it takes ICAN to the next level. And of course, to you, my very good partner on the show, who has now become an ICAN Council member, I say congratulations to you, Fumi. Trust me, we'll shoot you out straight into the open.
I thought that was concealed. I didn't know you were going to let the bag out. I mean, the cat
No, I
out of
won't
the
conceal
bag.
anything, of course. Trust me about that. But of course, today we are going into your gender. We have a special topic for the female gender, a very strong gender, of course, as that. Uh, when you see men, women these days are also saying that, guys, you know what? We can actually do better. And that's why we have brought in the chairperson, the national chairperson of SWAN, Chief Mrs. Hilda Ozoh, FCA, who is a former council member, to speak to us today on the topic, fostering women empowerment and professional growth. Madam, it is a pleasure to welcome you to ICAN-ngr.
If you don't see Upswan today, you have not said anything.
Up SWAN.
Up ICAN.
Up SWAN.
Women of integrity. Thank you very much.
Madam, you're welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you on the show today, ma'am.
So the topic is fostering women empowerment and professional growth. Yes, are you back with us, Ma?
Yes, I am back with you, Fumi.
Okay, it's good to have you on screen. Yes, and Tosi, something great happened yesterday. There was an event of SWAN, and if you attended, you would understand that what the women folks can do, perhaps the men cannot do it. Yesterday was full of life. It was full of education, information about what the women have done in the past, and we celebrated two past presidents that made SWAN a reality today. Well done, Chief Mrs. Hilda Ozoh, FCA, for the great stride. Okay, I don't know if she heard me.
I can barely hear her too. I guess there's a glitch from her side there. Madam, please confirm you can hear us, please.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me? I can
hear
you.
Yes,
we can hear you now. Okay. So let's go straight into the topic for today. SWAN, fostering women empowerment and professional growth. In the words of Michelle Obama, the former First Lady of the United States of America, she said, and I quote, "The empowerment of women is the key to unlocking the potential of a nation." And having you as our guest today will give us that privilege to understand so much about women empowerment and professional growth. We've been shouting up SWAN, up SWAN, up SWAN, but having you today, we want to exactly know. So what is SWAN? When was SWAN formed, and what was the philosophy behind the formation of SWAN?
Okay, Tosin, good evening, Fumi, and good evening, my
National Chairperson.
I would want to start by thanking you for giving us this opportunity to be on air with you and to be able to talk about our great association, the Society of Women Accountants of Nigeria. And I also want to congratulate the 61st ICAN president, that we were at his investiture yesterday. We pray that the wisdom of the Lord will be with him for a good success. We congratulate our great institutes, and we congratulate ourselves also for a great program that we had yesterday, which was tagged SWAN Memorial Lecture in remembrance of our great heroines. We celebrated them yesterday, we remembered them. Those are the foundational members of SWAN. And there were great women in Africa, there were great women in West Africa and in Nigeria. One of them was the first female chartered accountant in Africa. The other was the first female chartered accountant, president of our great institute. And all of these were not achieved just by the men shifting and saying, come and do your job. They had to struggle for it. So you did ask me, when did they come together? SWAN was inaugurated on Friday, April 28th, 1978, and that's about 47 years ago. Where were you, Tosin, as at that time?
Tosin, where were we? When these women were in Beijing.
So,
Ara, you are shaking the table. You are shaking the table.
Association was inaugurated. Up SWAN!
Up ICAN!
Up ICAN!
Up SWAN!
Women of integrity.
Okay, can I go on?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this body was inaugurated. It was a 10-man committee, and a man was amongst them. And then it was inaugurated by no other person other than Senator Chief Dr. Senator Anthony Asuko Ani, FCA, MON. He was the ICAN president in 1977-78. Wow.
You can go on, ma.
Yeah.
Well, you just need to put on your video. Or you are audible, ma.
Nothing more happened.
Okay, you're back on.
Okay, you are back on. We can see you now.
Okay, there's an interruption.
Okay, I guess the guest has a glitch. Afumi, she was talking about the formation of the Society of Women Accountants in Nigeria, which is widely known as SWAN, and saying that it was established 47 years ago. That's a very long time indeed. That's a very long time
Tosin. And it's so interesting to know that a senator was the one that inaugurated SWAN officially, because it was the president at the time. So that's why we always employ everyone, both in the private sector and in the public sector, to be part of the leadership of the institute. Tosin, today we're looking at SWAN. It was something bettered somewhere in a room, and then it has crystallized into thousands of women. Oh, you're welcome back, ma.
I don't know, that's disruption in technology. We are sorry about that. And so SWAN today has grown to membership of about 25,000 in the institute. We are proud to say that in recent times, as we have all observed, our ladies have been clinching the award as the best candidates in ICAN examination. I think we should give them a shout out. So Tosin, that's what I have. That's what I have for you on that. Thank you, Tosin.
Thank you so much, ma. That was nice, because I could align with that. Even in my district, we're trying to award 9 people for great work in the last financial year, and 8 of them happen to be ladies. I didn't know, I didn't choose them. But Tosi, that's what we're doing to you people. I'm sorry about that, but that's the real world.
Fumi, before we leave that topic, you permit me to kindly just mention a few names. The 10 wise men, I want to say, that started SWAN. I'll just mention a few. Ms. Olutoyin, Chief Doctor Ms. Olutoyin Olakunrin, Her Royal Highness Dorcas Kuforiji Olubi, Mrs. Mojisola, Dame Mrs. Mojisola Oshiyemi, Mrs. Elizabeth Adegite is the initiator and the founder of this beautiful association. Then we had Mrs. Olushola Akin Bama. I think I want to stop there. So we still have Mrs. Mojisola Oshiyemi, Mrs. Elizabeth Adegite. They are alive. They were with us yesterday. They are still guiding us. Thank you very much for me.
Thank you so much, Ma. I mean, just to take it from where you stopped, can you run us through the SWAN structure, the how you recruit membership into SWAN? Having 26,000 is actually an incredible one. Then the eligibility of this criteria for and some of the benefits that people would derive from being members of SWAN.
Thank you very much for me. You've touched the chord. Now, in SWAN, we have the National Chairperson, which is being represented, which I am the National Chairperson, Hilda Ozoh. We have the 3 wise women. We call ourselves the winning team. And that is the first National Vice Chairperson in the name of Blessing Osakwe Ogo. We have the second National Vice President and Chairperson in the name of Dickiness Tina Babatokwe. And that's 3. So it cascades down. And then we have other ESCO members that are 9 in number. So together we are usually 13 in number. And then we have the chapters that are in different locations in Nigeria, and they have been doing extremely well. And sincerely speaking, they have added a lot of value to the name ICAN in their various locations. We have also SWAN representatives in the various ICAN districts. These ladies are on the ESCO of such districts, and they give reports back to the women folk in those districts and also to the national. That is talking about the structure. SWANs also, we survive by the subscription. We pay subscription annually. So that, but it's the money is not much to help us sustain some activities. You have to attend meetings. You cannot say you are a member of an association without attending meetings, without paying anything as subscription. But again, I want to tell you free of charge that every female chartered accountant in ICAN is automatically a member of the Society of Women Accountants of Nigeria. They are welcome all the time. We are all sisters, and we love to have everybody on board. You talk about the benefits. There are too many benefits that accrue to our female chartered accountant colleagues, and we've been encouraging them. And I can tell you today, for me, a lot of our ladies that normally say they don't have time, they're very busy. Everybody wants to be a part of this body. They want to belong. They are happy to be our members. They are happy that we are associating. They are happy to give. These are very intelligent women. So they come to give trainings, mentorship training. They want to give jobs. Yes, we have that, a lot of opportunities where there are job adverts coming from our colleagues that are the top echelon of the society. And so the trainings are there free of charge. We hardly charge for any of our trainings. They come free. There's the entrepreneurship training, where we want our women that apart from this, is it 8 to 5 job, you can also have a side hustle, which you know that the women have the capacity to do. And so we also train them on AI. Even me, that I'm at this point, I am very efficient, very, very efficient, courtesy of the various trainings that we have. Most importantly, we are women and we are a special species. To that extent, men don't really know the needs and the wants of the women. And that is why this association had to be brought to life, so that we can come together and share amongst our gender some of the challenges that we go through. A lot of
Exactly.
women, I can go on.
Exactly. I'm only concurring to your point, man.
And so there is the issue of work-life balance. There is no woman that has gotten to the top. Even the clerk has these challenges in this country these days. And how are you able to get over it? I tell you, mental health issue is real. But when you are amongst your colleagues, you're the same gender, you're facing the same challenges, so to say, you are able to rub minds together, you are able to share your challenges, and then you can do better that, oh, I'm not alone in this challenge. Okay, A will tell B do this. Like our elders in SWAN, every activity they have, they take their husbands there. Some of their husbands will wait downstairs to take them home. And so they told us that is the way to go. And we have also tried to invite the younger generation to go along that route.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much. So we still have quite a lot. It's quite long, but we are happy
Okay.
to be here.
Okay. I'll come back there so that we can cover a whole lot of space in the discussion on women empowerment. These days, we notice that many professional bodies have women arms. We
Yes.
have SWAN here, we have SWEET somewhere, we have such. It's coming up and the proliferation is ballooning. What could be the reason or reasons for the sudden surge? Are professional women facing some kind of threat or marginalization? What exactly is the matter? Please tell us, ma'am.
Tosin, thank you very much for that question and for your observation, which is very correct. I just explained something now. There's no way you are not going to talk about the fact that the female gender, um, the issue of marginalization, we experience it a lot, and we all know it, we see it. I would want to ask you, Tosin, I won't expect you to answer, I will answer it myself. If we go to the National Assembly today, how many women do we have there? On the boards of a lot of Nigerian companies, how many women do we have there? I can tell you, I'm on the board of some companies. I belong to some other associations. You begin to count, you can count us on your fingernail. We are never in the majority. We thank God today that the female, the banking industry has actually thrown up a lot of female MDs today. We celebrate them. We celebrate a purposeful policy by the government that has ensured that that is happening. So why are women professionals coming together? I just explained, we understand each other better. So you can't understand what I'm going through, you are a man. And so if I'm with my gender, I can discuss any issue and they will understand it. You don't know how I feel on a monthly basis when anything is happening to me. You don't know how I feel when I want to discuss, maybe with my husband, and he's not available. He's probably in one board meeting, or he's in Jamaica, he's in China. It's only a female that will understand what. For you, Tosin, you say, what's she talking about? The man has gone to look for money for them. Is it not you and your children spending the money? But a gender like me will understand that. Hilda, I understand what you're talking about. Can we do it this way? Can you do this? Can you do this? And that is why we are always gluing to each other. And we are forming these bodies together. And we don't want anybody to put us down, because we know we've got the vibes. We know we are very intelligent. We know that we've got what it takes to be up there. And so we come together. And again, most often than not, we also want to do things for our society as women. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, ma'am. Unfortunately, I cannot understand like you have said. Maybe Fumi will have understood very well if she's in here, but I think I get it to a very large extent. For different kinds of reasons, which could be cultural, ethnic reason, religious, or so, many Nigerian women end up as petty traders, illiterate mothers, or exploited species. But as a professionally successful woman that you are, and being the current chairperson of SWAN, how do you feel about those classes of unfortunately deprived women that we just talked about?
Thank you, Tosin. Yes, I do agree with you that we have a lot of women at the lower strata that are deprived, so to say. In as much as we want to talk about these deprived women, I'm also proud to say a lot of these Gary selling women, pepper selling women, crayfish, do you know, Tosin, that they have houses? Do you know that a lot of them are actually the breadwinners in their homes? Do you know that their men sometimes are not responsible enough to be able to pay the school fees of their children? And these women are doing it with that with the records or the sales from this Gary that they are selling. Well, what do we do with them? We that are professionals and up there, we liaise with them, we talk to them, we train them. The major problem they have is financial literacy. And so we try to break it down to their level, try to train them, gather them together, and then we talk to them, either as an association or a lot of us even do this privately also as our contribution to the society. And so we encourage them that it is never too late to go back to school in the evenings after you finish your sales and learn a little more so that you can at least write something. We also encourage them to ensure that their children are well educated and they must give it whatever it takes. And that takes away the pain of what they have missed in their lives. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma. I mean, we see what you do, and I can attest to everything that you have said here. Well done, Madam National Chairperson. So, the other question that our audience will really want to know is there a kind of forum that brings you together with women in other gathering? Um, Professional gatherings like when you have lawyers, you have doctors, engineers, architects, pharmacists, and all sort of profession. Is there one? Even politicians.
Yes, there is one, and it's called the National Council of Women Societies of Nigeria. That's the umbrella body for all female associations, and they have been on for a long time. For a very long time, they have been in existence, and they have their office situated in Abuja. And so sometimes they call for a general meeting. Aside from that one, I want to let you know that the women are actually friends of each other amongst these professional associations you were talking about. I recall when Sweet had a conference, I was invited to that conference as a lead speaker. And I remember there were lawyers, there were various other professionals represented in that conference. We had our SWAN Memorial lecture yesterday. We had representative of the medical profession. Their chairman, Lagos State, was present. The lawyers were represented. And so that's what we do to each other. We invite engineers were also represented. We invite each other to our functions. We talk to each other and collaborate. I remember also when ACC also had a conference, I was called as one of the lead speakers, ACC, the Women Wing, and I did lead a session in that program. And we had a lot of other professionals being present. So we do collaborate, we talk to each other, we attend each other's functions. Thank you.
Yeah, I was actually going to talk about the other professional bodies, that is the accounting professional bodies, but you've mentioned ACCA. But SWAN in itself has so many membership, and we know that women try to fraternize with when it comes to helping each other and growing career and all of that. But you compare when you meet people like that, especially whether it's in the accounting world or other forms? What do you tend to learn from each other? And if the opportunity does not avail itself, is that one that we're trying to create from SWAN, where you would have technical or other sessions that can improve?
Hello?
Did you
I
get a
lost
question,
you.
ma?
Till end of the question.
Oh, I'm just trying to get out of you what the benefit is when women like this come together. What are the notes you take out from all of this gathering? And how, if you don't have any episode of that, how does SWAN intend to start that to empower other women?
And you're not really talking about I don't know whether it's empowerment now. You are saying that do we relate with each other? Do we get to
Yes,
advise each other? Yes. Now I'll tell you for free that the National Chairperson of Society of Women in Taxation was actually a year my junior in school, just a year junior, but we've always been sisters from school. She also happens to be a female chartered accountant, and so we talk. Sometimes when there are maybe one or two issues to talk about, she gives me a call and say, "Madam, can we look at this like this? Can we do this? This is what I did here." And I'll tell her, "This is what I've also done here. And maybe if we do this, it can be better." And we rub minds together all of the time. So that, of course, is in existence, and we are happy. I don't know whether that's what you're talking about or there's another.
Exactly,
yes,
exactly,
yeah, that works. Yeah.
exactly,
So
exactly.
do that. We do that.
Okay, 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 madam. I think it's a good job you are doing in SWAN. I must say, going about what we have seen so far, and then the responses towards the questions put forward so far. Let's come to another dimension. As SWAN and your capacity as the chairperson of SWAN, what is your society's assessment of the state of girl child education in Nigeria? The country itself, the government on its own has deemed it fit to concentrate on girl child education. So, what's your assessment of that program by the government? Is it excellent, satisfactory, or poor? How do you rate the program so far by the government?
You see, it is for the girl child. I'm not too sure what our population is in the society, women population. I want to believe that some time ago we were made to understand that the women were more than the men. And then the men were then saying that they can have as many as 5 women so that they don't cause problem amongst us. So, my dear, to that extent, I don't believe that whatever the government is doing will be the beginning and the end for the girl child's education. The girl child needs special care because of their special nature, because of their vulnerability in terms of the nature, the way they have been created by God. And so, to that extent, I expect the society at large to put hands together to make sure that this group or members of this society are well taken care of. And so, it is more than important that from the family setting, from the community setting, from the state, local government, to the state, and to the federal, all we want to hear is about training the girl child. If it is possible, I would want to advocate to the government, if this can get to them, that the girl child should be given free education from the beginning to the end. Because you see, part of our society, you have some people telling the female child that you cannot go to school, go and help your mother. And for all you care, the girl might just be extremely more intelligent than the boy. You have killed somebody's future amongst the society. This is somebody that may even become a president tomorrow, because we are sincerely looking forward to ruling this country as female. And I pray it will soon happen. And it will happen. I understand it has not happened in America, it will happen in Nigeria. And so the girl child, Tosin, needs to be well looked after. And so to that extent, I want to tell you that Society of Women Accountants of Nigeria is pursuing this diligently. We have given scholarship over the years to indigent students in tertiary institutions all over the country, in the 6 geopolitical zones of this country: the Northwest, the Northeast, the North Central, the Southeast, the Southwest, the South-South. We have given, and we do it regularly. And we are very happy and proud to tell you that we have pushed out and encouraged and recruited a lot of female students that have become female chartered accountants today. Up SWAN!
Up ICAN!
Women of
Women of integrity.
Thank you, Tosin.
Thank you so much, ma'am. All right, it's been a very good one with you. We need to quickly go and run some commercials, then we'll be right back. For our members, it is not expensive at all. Bring your services, bring your products, bring your wares to this program ICAN-ngr, and let us showcase it to the world and to ICAN members in particular, for them to patronize you. Let's do this business together so that we can take you to another level. Let's go straight to run some commercials. We'll be right back. Please don't go away. We'll be back shortly.
Thank you.
Nigeria ICAN-ngr District presents the 10th International Accountants Conference. This is a landmark anniversary edition and therefore promises to be special in every way. Theme: repositioning the accounting profession for data governance. Date: 15 to 20th July 2025. Time is 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. daily. Venue: Delta Hotels by Marriott, Toronto Airport and Conference Center, 655 Dixon Road, Toronto, Ontario, M9W1J3. Seasoned speakers and panel discussants are Wesley Ogude, CEO, Springwells Commercial Properties; Brian Tankersley, a certified public accountant in Tennessee, certified information technology professional and chartered global management accountant; Claudette Hutchinson, CPTD, CTPD, ACCP, CAID, CAIB. An international strategist with expertise in developing programs in financial and technological innovation, digital regulation, and cross-border systems design. Last but not the least is Professor Hilda Ozoh, financial economist and Canadian CPA, over 30 years extensive industry and academic experiences. For further details, please contact Mr. Blessing Familusi FCA on +1204 791 6750 or email chairman@icancanada.net. Mr. Shakiru A. Balogun FCA +234 806 760 9136. Email sabalogun@ican.org.ng. Mr. Adams Imonihe +234 806 790 8190 or email iadams@ican.org.ng or simply visit our website www.icancanada.org. This conference is the 10th anniversary special edition. See you in Toronto.
Okay, Tosin, see you in Toronto. Welcome back to ICAN-ngr. It's been an interesting session with our National Chairperson of SWAN, the Society of Women Accountants of Nigeria. And I've been seeing in a comment section, a lot of people are saying, up SWAN, up SWAN, up SWAN. Tosin, don't get bored with that today, because today is for SWAN.
No
All right,
problem.
I see. Oh, yes. I see. Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you very much. I see that. And I also see Bidemi Olurombi Akinpelu, Up SWAN, Women of Integrity. Toyosi Abayomi. He said more of this in Jesus' name. And Ian Ma Igel. And she looks take away. This is how chartered accountants must be. Who is she talking about? Must that must be our national chairperson. So we it's all about celebrating. Oh yes, and we say congratulations to our new president, Malam Arna Maya Yahaya, on his recent investiture. That's from Fagbola Temitokwe. Nimota Modupe, Ogunaike Nimota Modupe says, good evening, everyone from Abuja. Ezenwa Benedicta, we see you from FCT Abuja. Abosede Adenoko from Ogun State, you're welcome. We see Kitoye. He says, good evening, sir. You're welcome to the program. Thank you very much, everyone, for this wonderful messages. I've been seeing a lot of messages. So Ruth Okumbo says, I love this innovation. Kudos to our amiable national chairperson and our team. Thank you so much. We're going to pass. Yes. And then Mrs. Tonya Buseri, FCA, the one and only woman of Bayelsa. She says, good evening, my queen mother, national chairperson. Shokumbi, okay, the national chairperson to take that question. But to see, one thing that I realize is women try to uplift one another. I heard a national chairperson talking about free education, but how do you men feel about such proposal? How do you feel that girl child should only be lifted?
Okay, when you say girl child should only be lifted, I'm not sure that should be the project. But the fact is that there is a sympathy, and you agree with me that there is this sympathy towards the gender. Talks more of lifting the girl child because it is believed that it is the same gender that is maybe not well treated, that could be are taken down at some point in time. A whole lot of things are happening around the female gender, and as such, that's where it comes into say, let's give education, free education to the female gender to ensure that they have better access and not against the traditional belief that women must end up in the kitchen, they must be petty traders, they must, I think, so all of those things. I think that's the whole agenda, whole idea that comes into the thoughts. So we are not we are not bothered. We believe we can even support you towards getting your goals achieved.
So, Madam National Chairperson, I was just trying to get the perspective of our male, our men, to understand how they feel about all these upliftments we do for women. But it's been in support of us, so we will pardon him today.
For me, let me tell you, we do have quite a lot of men that are actually in support of our agenda to achieve and to go higher. You will recall our late, the chairman of body of past presidents of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, who had to fight very hard to become one of us. And he paid his subscription very diligently. He never missed it. He was always the first to pay his subscription. And he attended all our meetings and wore our uniforms. And we also have Senator Bajomo, who is also a member. Yes, he pays the subscription. And we have a lot of even council members that are male that says, Madam, how do we join this society? We love you. And we tell them we love you too. So I think Tosi is one of those men. Thank you, Tosi. I heard you.
Tosi, we are recruiting you today. One of the membership drive.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Well done.
Thank you very much. So still moving on with the program and the topic for today, SWAN, fostering women empowerment and professional growth. Madam Chairperson, I want you to run our global audience through some of the challenges that women professionals are confronted with and how bodies like SWAN can be of help or come to their rescue.
Tosin, Fumi is there, so she knows a lot of these stories. I'm tell you, I'm sure it's not usually easy. You see, the female professional faces a lot of challenges from home, from family, from work, from associations. And they battle all of these challenges to still get up there and stay afloat. One thing I want to let you know, I am too sure a lot of my colleagues and seniors that have been up there would bear me out that the female professional works double what the male professional does to be able to get recognized and acknowledged in the place of work. And when you finish that, you're coming back home to ensure that your family is not in pieces. You have your children, you have your husband, you have your extended family. All of this must gel together for you to be called a total woman of substance. We all have 24 hours. The men have 24 hours, the women have 24 hours. They'll have to go shopping. Let me break it down. They have to go to the market to ensure that that man called our husband, our king, our crown is well looked after, is well fed. Because without them also, sometimes, I'm not advocating that women should stay in abusive marriage. If your marriage is an abusive one, please carry your bag and go. But if there is hope and it's still sweet, that man is your king, is your crown. He is next after God on earth. So we have to look after him.
Can increase that volume, madam. You can increase the volume.
So to that extent, Tosin, the challenges are many. Now, at work, it is about gender bias. When I was much younger, I was already a manager, so to say, in my office. So say I didn't have a direct car. The pool car driver was meant to take me out. And I think he did something and I was annoyed and I was like,
You're muted, ma.
She's not muted. I guess it's a glitch. We can no longer hear you.
okay, can I try?
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Okay, it's better now. You're back. You're back. Go ahead.
Thank you. But you heard when I talked about the driver that was supposed to take me
Yes,
out.
yes. A pool car to take you
Yes,
out. Yeah.
and do you know what he told me? I mean, we had managers that were men. They were prostrating for them every morning when they see them. Oga, good morning, sir. Of course, good morning, madam. But come and take me out. He got me angry. And then the next thing he told whoever he was going to complain to, his supervisor in the office, was, I have her type in my house. Can you still hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Loud and clear.
I have her type in my house. How can she talk to me like that? I can tell you free of charge. If the man talks to him like that, you say, sorry, sir. But he went to complain to his supervisor, like, yeah, he has my type. Driver, I was a manager. You can see the difference in position. What about that? Gender bias is there. Even in the boardroom. Some men are for us, like I earlier explained. Some men just can't believe that, look, I have to report to a woman. You mean when I'm talking, a woman is talking? When I have her type in the house? Of course, I must say it here on air. That I try to tell some of them, no, that's your house. We are in the office. When we get home, then I become your type. But here, I know what you're talking about. So let's deal. So that is the problem that women, challenges, I won't call it a problem, because a lot of women have been able to overcome it. We've been able to manage it. But it's not very easy, I can tell you. But we have survived so far. So that's your work life balance challenge, your gender bias challenge. You must be able to prove that the assignment you've been given, the position you've been given, the authority, you can manage every one of these things together and survive. And I can give it to you free of charge that please and please, you want to look back and look at the organizations that women have run. I can tell you that you can tell the difference, because we are very, very passionate about whatever we have been asked to do. Thank you, Tosin.
Thank you so much, ma. Yes, Tosi, when we're in the boardroom, we behave as such, but when we get home, we
Yeah.
switch. Thank you very much, ma'am. ICAN is known to have produced female presidents, like some that we celebrated yesterday at the institute level, and several chairmen at district and chapter levels. In general, how would you say is the performance and of these women, and what are the abilities and capacity that you see that they can do in order to deliver better, especially when they're fully supported?
Thank you very much. I love to talk about my great institute. Honestly, without bias, if you sit down, take your biro and your pencil. I don't like discussing this, but since you have put your hand inside my mouth, then you will hear it. For the chapters, please just look at all the chapters that our women have led. There's a difference. I am not sorry about it. I'm not sorry about it because it takes a lot to be able to achieve. I would even want to use just for me on air as an example. We can see what she did in Lekki district. We are very proud of her. We have seen them across board, what they have been able to deliver. And I can tell you also that this association called the Society of Women Accountants, any of our female chartered accountants that have been part of our association diligently is a training ground where you can learn how to be a leader. And by the time we finish with you in SWAN, you come out, you would have been well polished because you would have gone through, you'll be like a gold that has gone through fire. You come out well polished and shining. And so I give kudos to our female chartered accountants that are leading the various chapters. There was also a lady in Akoko district, Dr. I've forgotten her name. That was a man. She did very well, excellently well. So we have them all over. And even as ICAN is opening more chapters, I can see my female colleagues being chairmen of a lot of these chapters. In Abuja, the new and the latest two that were opened that I know about are being led by a past chairperson of SWAN in Abuja, I think another one, but also a past chairperson in Abuja. And today, the Accountant General's office, also in Abuja, is being led by the immediate past chairperson of Abuja SWAN. So we are really doing very well. You talk about the council, the president of the institute as a whole. I won't want to go far. I would just want to start with the very recent presidents that we had. We had Mrs. Eyitayo. I think, if I'm not getting wrong, she probably is the last ICAN president as the female. We all saw the handwriting on the wall. We all saw what she achieved because she was passionate about ensuring that the members of our institute are empowered through entrepreneurship skills. We saw the innovation that was brought to the head office. I mean, you can, then the president that was before her, Dame Onome Adewi, you could see what she also did, despite the fact that she was to an extent incapacitated by COVID. But even at that, she did go out of her comfort zone and moved around. Insecurity, COVID, but she performed. There were a lot of additions to, I think, McCarthy, recognizing more institutions. There was the, what do you call it now, the signing on of various agreements with international bodies. Women have done greatly. I also have Mrs. Elizabeth Adegita. I can remember her also during her presidency. I mean, she was always working for ICAN. Ms. Olakuni, Mrs. Kuforiji Olubi, Mrs. Ibironke Oshiyemi, just mention them. We give God the glory. We make the difference. We are the women. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam. I can see you reading out all the names of the past presidents of ICAN that are of the female gender. That's a very good one. And to also support the female gender for today is the fact that even this program that we are currently on, ICAN on Air, was bettered during the presidency of Ambassador Dr. Olueyitayo. That's another kudos to the female gender. Well
So,
done. Up I can, up I can, up I can, up I can. Well done, ma. In closing, and as you know, ICAN is always open to ideas that would positively advance the growth of its members, the accountancy profession, and the global business environment. In your capacity as the chairperson of SWAN, are there other avenues or ideas that ICAN should explore in order to further consolidate the fostering of women empowerment and professional growth?
Yes, it's never over until it is over. I proudly sit here to say I think almost in the 4 or 6, I can't specifically remember, the female younger generation have been going away with the ICAN Best Awards for some time now, and we are grateful about that. I guess the guys are too comfortable. They don't think. So we've challenged them. The women have taken over. We are happy. However, ICAN can assist the women folk by giving them scholarship right from the higher institution. If you're studying accountancy and you have a particular grade level, we can look at the cutoff points and then we can begin to give them scholarship until they finish in school and come to write ICAN. That will help us to a very large extent, and I think we are then addressing scholarship for female students of tertiary institutions having a particular grade level. That will help us a lot. ICAN, to a very large extent, can give us discounts for writing the professional exams when we want to come, so that we can have more female coming on board to write our exams. Again, because you have tailored it to the institute instead of the nation. So it's a very limited thing that the institute can do. And then we've talked about scholarship. We can talk about training. They can give us revision classes free of charge so that we can have more women coming on board the platform. But again, we've talked, I think that's about scholarship. What else can we say that ICAN can do for us? Already the vocational studies are going on in Amuwo Odofin. We can also be encouraged to go and do all of this free of charge, because it's going to help us to be able to do better in life at the end of the day. I don't know if I have answered your policy. So I can,
Yes.
In fact, you have surpassed the expectations.
yes, they can also have deliberate policies to ensure that the women folk are purposely encouraged to write our exams and come on board. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma.
I hope you will not start. Well done, ma. You have said so much. I know some of our men folk will not agree, but it's okay. We are behind you. You know, we support each other.
Yes, sure.
Thank you very much, ma. All those suggestions will be taken, of course, to the council for consideration. The only thing we will not do is that we will not set different questions for female ICAN members, and I'm sure you will not ask for that.
I mean, already leading the every of your exam. That would set a different question.
So that you know that's why they are leading.
Thank you very much, ma. Madam, we want to say a very big thank you to you for coming to the studio today and speaking to the SWAN members and the entire membership of ICAN. On behalf of the producers of this program and the editorial team, we say thank you so much for coming. And we hope that when next we call upon you, you will answer our call. Thank you so much, Chief Mrs. Hilda Ozoh, FCA, Chairperson, SWAN.
Thank you very much, Tosi. You've always been there. We've always been friends. My darling Fumi, congratulations as you come on board the pinnacle of
Thank
your
you, ma'am.
I pray for God's guidance for you to get to the final pinnacle. God bless you all. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you, and God bless you. Up SWAN!
Up ICAN. Up ICAN. Women of integrity.
God bless you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma. Thank you so very much. Yeah.
So, what a wonderful one. Yes, yes, yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
As much as some of you were intimidated.
No problem. You guys are the owner of today's program. No shake. We are with you. Before we go, we also want to appreciate all the outgoing or outgone district chairmen for the good and great job they have done in their various districts. Of course, while we are having in transition and ICAN National, of course, we're also having the same transition going on at the different districts and chapters. We want to say well done to all the outgone chairmen for that great job done in your various districts. We pray God will grant you long life and success as you go ahead to support the Institute program in your various endeavors. For me, it's time to say goodbye.
Thank you. So Tosi, thank you so much for always being here, and to the people backstage, crew, want to say thank you very much from the leadership. I'll call him Chief today, Oladele Noreni SCA. Thank you very much, every one of you, for being there. The technical team, we applaud you. So right now, I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for joining the program. It's another day, 2 weeks time, Thursday on ICAN-ngr. Be sure to make it, because we'll have another interesting topic for you that will benefit you in your career and everything. Do have a restful evening, and my name remains Fumi Olani.
Thank you very much. I'm Tosin Akinwumi saying thank you for watching and bye for now. My